Oh, I went out with this guy. I went out with this guy, Dino. It reminded me of the dentist. He called me to confirm our date was going ahead.
That's a good...
What the fuck? Boom. We're back.
It's been a while. Been a minute.
We're on Apple now.
We're on Apple. That was a big move for us. Apple Podcast. That's good fun.
Took a whole minute.
I feel like it's a badge of honor.
Yeah.
I feel like it's something to show.
We're making it.
We definitely
haven't made it,
but
we're making it now. We have all the tools at our disposal now.
We're going all the way up, but it's a little bit of credibility. It's where can I listen? On the app that's on your phone that everyone has. It's a pretty...
I much prefer using the podcast app too than Spotify.
You think so?
Spotify's a hassle for me. I'm still getting my head around using it for podcasts.
Really?
I much prefer the Apple. Probably because I've been using it
That's
the
why
past
everyone
5
was-
years before Spotify.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, that's why everyone was
so
pissed off
familiar.
when Joe Rogan went to Spotify.
I think also because he was the first one ever to take the bag. Like, no one had ever sort of monetized the full licensing agreements that's available when you're a podcast. But not long after that, Michelle Obama went exclusive to Spotify, and so did Addison Rae. Addison Rae did a show with her mum where it's just, I don't know the name of the show, but it's like Girls Talk. And they'd never done an episode before that.
Really?
So
they got
Spotify
paid?
picked it up without an episode being aired. That was the really
damn.
interesting part.
That's when you got the security and you're getting Joe Rogan who's going to get you so many people coming in anyway. You've got
Plus,
Michelle Obama who's going to get so many people. You can
she's-
throw a bit of money at some gambles. And
Yeah,
stuff.
but she's also got like a massive following
yeah, exactly.
on YouTube and like her social media.
Who's that?
Addison Rae.
TikTok, but yeah. Addison's Rae's TikTok.
Yeah,
They're all
dude,
the
obviously
same,
shows
bro.
you that I live under a fucking rock.
They
What's
are very
TikTok?
different. Welcome back to the Outspoken Show. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification.
I thought I was the only one here.
Yeah,
Jesus
shit.
Christ, I don't know.
What's Call of Duty?
Fucking hell. Well, yeah, that's me. We were going through sort of prepping for the show. I didn't know what to do, but I got sent a list. It was 21 tips for men or some shit.
It is shit. It's bullshit.
It was
21
dating
tips
tips.
for men. Yeah.
But I'm not good at maths. Well, I tried to... The plan was to send it to each of yous so that we'd all have a little bit of it to read and say to others
This is funny.
without any of the others knowing what the part of the list is. And then we critique it. We look at it, we critique it, and we make comments. But I couldn't figure out the division.
Yeah,
So 21 divided by 3. So I think I went 8 for me, 8 for you, Dylan, and like
I
3
ended up
for
with 3
Dylan.
somehow. So,
That's some big math shit.
Luke,
It was not that easy.
How do you explain that one? Like you've explained, you think quickly. You're on to the next thing. How do you explain that not being able to divide 21 by 3?
I was rushing.
No, I thought
Come on, man.
no. What it was I didn't do the division. I just grabbed pieces.
Right.
I did that for me. Did that for you.
And then he's left with 3. He's like, fuck
it's
it.
3 for
You
you.
just got my paragraph size. Yeah, that looks about the same amount of the words.
Almost. Anyway, I was going to start it off
Yeah, start
because
it off,
I've
go
got
on.
number 1, and it's be personable. Now that's one of the worst pieces of
hell
advice.
was that?
Hello, my name is Dylan. It's like, come on.
I
man.
mean, it's too vague.
Wait,
Too vague.
What did they give any further with that? Like be
Yeah.
personable?
Don't email or text. Hang on.
Here we go.
Don't email or text to ask a woman out for the first time. They're too impersonable.
Tinder.
Hang on, but does anyone ask a woman out in person? That's like
Yeah.
dad shit.
Is that a new thing? I started dating my girlfriend. I knew
Did you
her
ask
from
her out in
before.
person?
She asked me out on messages.
Okay. Would it-
Ultimate alpha move.
That is alpha, dude.
that's-
that is alpha. She's messaging.
I think
you.
that's
That's what I
alpha.
mean. It was the actual asking out process was on a message, which I think it's fine if you know.
Do you
the
know
person,
what?
Like who
The
cares?
thing
I've
is,
never
this
asked
just
someone out in
enables
person.
this just enables you to be with the person like however long you want to be there. I mean, you can talk to them 16 hours of your day if you want to. So most people won't see a problem with it.
Yeah. Well, number 2 was don't move too fast. For most women, online dating involves a certain level of risk and anxiety. So spend time getting to know her online. Hang on, this is counter with the first.
We haven't looked at this, by the way.
So
This
I
is
get to know her online.
This
Ask
is-
to meet up with her, then ask her.
Yeah,
out.
this is counter. Step 2 is counter step 1.
what was so.
So step 1 was don't email or text to ask a woman out for the first time. Step 2 is don't move too fast. For most women, online dating involves a certain level of risk and anxiety. So spend time getting to know her online and
Wait,
through
wait.
phone and video chats. How the fuck do you ask that person out then?
Let's randomly meet up at
How
the same
the-
spot, and then after that,
Oh,
you
maybe
ask
you're
them-
supposed to call them. I think that's what they're implying. It's like, get their number online to a random you don't know.
Yeah, phone and video chats. That's some
call
weird.
them.
That's some weird phone
Call
sex
them
then.
up, yeah.
Call?
Yeah,
Who
call
calls
them.
people anymore?
It's a bit extreme.
What the hell is
I
that?
only call. I don't like fucking texting, man. I can't
Wow.
fucking multitask.
I don't like
just
texting, but-
I put it on speaker, just like old school style.
I don't
Step
believe in calling.
Step 3: take initiative. When you're talking and texting
And
while
message.
planning, well, you're talking or texting or planning while planning the date. As the guy, always have a time and place in mind. I think that makes sense. If you're going to
So just be
ask someone
prepared.
out, yeah, be prepared. Know if she doesn't have an opinion too strongly about the Italian joint,
No, but she does.
because she can't eat the shrimp scampi because it fucking gives her diarrhea. Don't take her to Italian, but have some place in mind.
Every restaurant has many options. Like, make sure, all right, are you vegan? All right, we'll go to somewhere where there's some kind of option. To you wouldn't date them, but that's what it is. You just go to a vegan spot. Like, call her to confirm.
That literally meets with Luke's fucking first 2 points of don't text him. Take the initiative.
Is there a difference
Call
between
them.
calling and texting then?
Yes.
So I
has to hear my-
think calling is a lot better than texting. It's a bit more personable.
It's not when your balls drop.
What?
Oh, yeah, you're
So before,
Okay, we're not- so if you're 13,
before
don't call.
Yeah, don't call anyone. You'll just text.
But
them.
if you're 16, you're probably better off calling.
Hell
just to
no.
make-
I don't know
just to
about
make
you
sure
guys.
that
That's even
movies are happening.
worse.
I hate the description though. Doctors and dentists do it. What?
Yeah,
that
they
You know
do.
what? Yeah. Oh, I went out with
Oh.
this guy. I went out with this guy, Dino. It reminded me of the dentist. He called me to confirm our date was going ahead.
That's a good.
What the
that-
fuck?
You
That's a
send
good
him a-
connection.
send
mate.
him a
That's a great
text.
connection.
You know when you get a text like
Reminder.
reply no or yes if you're
Yeah, opt in or opt out.
Reminder.
That's not bad then. That's
I
not
think
bad.
that's so stupid. That's so like too formulaic. It's no.
Yeah, it is.
Wait, call them beforehand.
No, but I hate the description. Doctors and dentists do it. That's the
Yeah,
rationale
that's
behind
bullshit,
it. I'm
yeah.
like, what are you doing? Am I going to a doctor or am I going out to enjoy myself?
Yeah, I mean, whoever wrote the list obviously is shit.
Or they're
Steph Saffron.
You know what? It's probably some dude who's sitting on his mum's Wi-Fi, like typing up the list. Like, I'm
Yeah.
being serious. Like, that's probably he probably doesn't have a girlfriend or a wife or a partner.
that is extremely analytical and like very very literal thing.
And jumping to conclusions. You reckon?
Well,
Literally no chemistry with that. It's like,
yeah, it's
Okay.
like call them up. Yeah.
Okay, so call them beforehand. I think that makes sense because you want
I
to confirm, make sure. Okay, is what we're planned happening?
yeah, but how long in advance are you asking on a date? In 2 weeks, do you want to go out with me? Like, come
No,
on. It'd be like,
do you
come
know
on,
what?
it's in a
Depends
Do you
on
know
couple
what's
the
days.
reasonable?
Do you need a reminder?
No, just like get away from this fake bullshit that this person's written. Do you know what's reasonable? If you guys are both like working full time, it's reasonable to go, okay, look, I've got these days off in the next fortnight. Please pick one. I'll take you to dinner. That's reasonable.
Well, I don't think that would work with.
That
one
sounds
of these
weird though. That's a very hard
Why?
message to convey. You can't send a message like that.
Yeah, you
Please pick
can.
one.
No, you can just say like, hey, look, I got these days off in the fortnight.
You've been out of
Pick-
the game too long.
Pick one.
You've been out
That
of the
goes
game
against
too
one of
long.
Luke's things. It was you got to take control and you set the
Yeah.
date, you set the thing.
Mine
you
is
take the-
mine's show like confidence is key.
Yeah, but so that's my point.
Exactly.
So by saying I'm available Tuesday, Wednesday,
Yeah, but you
and
don't know what she's
Friday
doing.
after exactly.
Ask when
but,
she's
but
available,
you can't
then
be
you
too
book.
available. You can't be too available because then you're needy and your schedule is dictated by hers. You can't be like
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Do you know the thing is? I feel like it's worse if you message her and you're like, or call her or whatever, and you go, hey, do you like what days are you free? And then she goes, I'm free Tuesday, Wednesday next week at 8:00 at night, and you're like, they don't work for me. It's like, well, fuck, the conversation's dead.
No, it's not. It's like is
Put
there
the
any,
put the ball in her court, let her stumble over it, and then scoop it all together again. Then
What's your schedule like? What's your schedule like? Does a Tuesday work for you?
dude, that's so bad.
Then no,
Boom.
because you're getting her schedule.
We're going out Tuesday. I'm busy. No, we're going out Tuesday.
No, does Tuesday work for you? It's
Yeah, I think that's fine. I don't think you
that
put it in
works.
their court.
because it does put it in their court, but it's already creating a plan.
Yeah.
If everything lines up, you've got a plan in place.
all right, Casanova. Then why are you still?
Whoa.
Touche.
I'm calling-
All right, what do you got? What do you
Call it
got?
out. I got this. That sort of leads into this. remember your manners. Fuck, come on. It says here,
Okay, next.
women appreciate old school manners.
This is important,
This is
but
very
it's so
important.
obvious.
No, this
I've seen
explanation
that
that they gave. Women appreciate old school manners. Yeah, like 5% of them. There's so many videos of like these dudes over in America. Hey yo, shawty, you coming out to dinner on Tuesday? It's like that doesn't work anymore.
What was that impression?
No,
Was that an example of old school manners? That was very.
no, that's new school manners.
So what's that mean? Just
but-
open the door,
Hold
pull
the-
the
yeah.
chair.
I
I
think-
never pulled
I
the
think
chair.
Dude,
in
there's
my life.
there's whole
I didn't know that
forums
was a thing.
online where people were saying, "Oh, I hate that shit. Don't hold the door open for me. I'm a capable woman."
Yeah, I mean, some people.
Do you?
Do I hold the door?
Yeah.
Most of the time, but sometimes
Hold the door
Most
for
of-
anyone.
yeah.
Like I will literally just hold the door if there's someone behind me, no matter who it is.
Do you know that really awkward moment where you're like holding the door and the person's like a little
They're
bit
too
too
far.
far away, but they're a little bit too close for you to close it?
Yeah,
You always got to hold it.
I love it.
Yeah.
You just stare them down. You just
Make them jog. No.
you coming or no?
What else? What do you got, Daniel?
Wait,
move
here you
it
go.
along.
This is the next one. Let her take the first step towards intimacy. This
think
will help
that's-
her feel like you care about her
Yeah.
and not just her body, and help her feel safe. And that
It's
she's
never
in
gonna happen.
control. Yeah, I couldn't disagree more.
Dude, you're gonna have full nuts for the rest of your life.
Yeah, well, in my case, probably not. But sometimes, like, don't. But doesn't that go against like you have
Confidence.
to have confidence?
I think
Some
what
control.
it's
It's
saying
also-
is,
you're not-
is like you lean in, but they kiss.
But
I
it's just
think
let her
that's-
take the first step towards. That's like her initiating everything.
She grabs your hand,
Yeah, well,
grabs
let's
your
go.
waist. Yeah, it's like that.
Touch my hand. Let's go.
My impression, not impression, but my understanding of that is you do the physical sort of things, and if it's about to be a kiss, you do the lean in and the eye contact like we're doing now. This is hot. This is a
kinda
moment.
cute,
This
yeah.
is a moment.
Yeah.
And then you wait for her to see if she.
I thought you were gonna win.
Oh, I was
That'd
getting
be
close.
nice.
We were getting
Yeah,
very
come-
close.
You should've.
My palms are sweaty.
Knees weak.
Is that what you do? You do the lean in like halfway,
Yeah,
and then you wait.
because I'm terrified of misjudging a situation.
So she's like, oh, just I'm behind you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit,
I
you
thought
got
I
Someone's on your shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I saw James behind you. So his old buddy from the.
You're terrified of misreading. Why? Like you're scared.
Because you don't want to. It's awkward.
Who gives a fuck? You can just walk away, and if it's a first date, just don't see him.
I
again.
understand what you say about the awkwardness, but like at some point
But-
you've got
but
to
what
just
if you're-
kind of not be scared of the awkwardness. And
Yeah,
go for
exactly.
it.
I'm
You
not.
gotta-
It's not
I
scared.
was
Of the,
fucking
it's not
the
scared.
worst initially though.
It's not scared of the awkwardness. It's just if they want to kiss you, they will because the situation is saying for them to
Sparks
kiss you.
are flying.
I mean, at that point,
I
for
get what
me,
you're
it's
saying.
simple.
Because it's so hard to read. I was so bad early days of dating. Like I was horrendous at. I don't think I like physically like grabbed Jess's hand for like the first 2 days because I was just like so fucking terrible at like all of that.
My next one is meet in
Thank
public.
you for not going into depth on that.
My next one is meet in public. I mean, that makes sense. Make your first few dates in public. Drive separately to let them know that her feeling safe is your priority. I mean, that to me makes sense.
You don't
Although-
pick them up on the first date. I thought that was a traditionally.
I think that's an old
No,
one.
do you
where
know what's awkward
don't-
about that?
That's what I do.
If she's there and she's like, "Fuck, I hate this guy."
Yeah.
How's she leave?
You don't want to put them in that situation.
Uber. She still has her phone in Uber.
Uber.
Yeah, but you don't want to have their plans
So what you're saying
dictated
is
by
I
yours.
cornered Jess my first date by picking her up.
Look,
I didn't give her
personally,
the option to leave. I thought
Was
it was
she-
a polite thing to offer to pick
yeah,
up.
I think it is really
Especially if
polite.
I guess it's
Maybe
polite.
if you don't know the person at all, if it's like an online only thing, sure. But if you know the person, I think picking them up seems just sensible.
Yeah. What do you got?
I think that's super polite. Turn off your phone.
That's
Now,
that's a big one.
is
That's a
it
big one.
though?
Yeah.
What happens?
No, not turning it off, but I think just leaving it in your pocket. Don't
not
screen
accessing it
time.
through-
Yeah,
don't look
keep
at
it
your
low.
phone at any stage during the. For sure.
There are
What, no,
times.
but what if she's like, "Oh, add me on this, add me on that,"
Oh,
or if she's like,
that's
different.
or what if you're like, "Oh yeah, I've been working, like I've been painting a stripe on my car," and she's like, "Oh, fantastic, like
Photos?
show me."
Yeah.
You know, like that's an example of
that makes
keep
perfect
your
sense.
phone on. I totally see where they're coming from.
I think
Don't go actively looking at your phone.
I don't think turning it off is the best, but like keep it in your pocket. I don't even think it needs to be on the table.
Oh,
Just
no,
because
on the
then that's
table's
a
bad.
distraction.
I think on the table's bad. Like when people have their phone on the table when you're with them,
Yeah.
you're like, at the moment that rings, I'm no longer a priority. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
But then I think if work is a priority while you made the date, and I think just prefacing it at the start of the date.
Maybe just say to her,
important.
hey, look, I'm in a position at the moment at work where like
Yeah,
I'm in
work's,
charge of
work's busy at the moment. My phone may go off and I'll probably have to respond to it.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. But I think if you don't understand that, fuck you. Like
that's
you're polite
a fair
enough
call.
you're polite enough to preface it, let them know.
Yeah.
And also, in a way, it sort of shows that you've got like ambition. Like if someone turns around to you and is like, hey, my work...
You say it regardless, and then if your phone doesn't go off, I've got a night off.
Yeah,
but,
and then just be
but
like,
just
yeah,
by saying that, you've already hid a status.
work's been really hectic at the minute because of like the project we're running, and like I'm called upon pretty often in the day to like participate.
That's a good one. I like that.
And like if my phone goes off,
that's a great one.
If my phone goes off, I don't like mean to be rude, but
that
I
one's
have
in the
to answer.
books.
Like
That one's in the books.
Luke, you need this next one then. Don't play games, mate. Don't play games.
I mean,
When you get... Wait. We get that you don't want to seem needy, clingy, or desperate, or overzealous. Not what you're looking for.
zealous.
Anyway.
I was jealous.
No,
Overzealous.
What's zealous?
like
So, but,
very
you know,
like excitable,
Yeah.
very like
Okay, okay,
I'm
okay.
so excited to be
headstrong,
here.
like
Okay, yeah.
full on.
But if you'd like to see her again, just let her know. You can weave it into conversation at the end of the first date. This is a great example. This was a great evening. Wait,
Dude, robots.
would you open to seeing each other again? Oh, very
Would you
good.
be, I'll probably cut something out there. I think
If you say yes, then say
I think-
awesome. I'll call you on this date and always
It's-
follow up.
You know,
with
you
what
know the
said.
saying, if you can't beat them, join them. That's games. That's games.
Huh?
If
Go
you
on,
can't beat them,
elaborate
join
on what I
them.
don't understand. Well, how in this context?
Because,
how does that work?
for example, playing games has to happen. Because if you're not, then you're just the beta male.
What do you mean?
You have to play the games because everyone else is.
Explain a bit more what you mean. So, what are the games?
The
What
games, you see the message. Your phone's pinned to you 24 hours a day. You see the message when it comes through
you don't
99% of the time. Let it chill. Let it go cold. Don't jump straight on to respond.
See, I've never
That's-
understood that. Honestly,
that's-
I've never understood that whole thing, and I've never followed that. I've always been like,
Don't
message back.
don't message us straight away after you meet her. That's also too desperate. Give it at least, if you met her on a night out, give it to like midday the next day, that afternoon.
Oh, yeah,
Don't-
next
like
day,
let
of
it
course.
let it chill.
I don't get the thing like that. Wait a week. You have to wait 4 days before you text them.
yeah.
If you feel like talking to them, just fucking talk to them. I never understood the intentionally. No. I think
Yeah,
if
I
you feel
completely
like-
agree with you.
If you feel like talking, if it's too much for him, who cares? It's just not going to work because she's like,
Yes.
"Oh, you're not playing the game. But like,
I completely
never
agree.
bought into the games. That's why my dating was terrible.
Okay.
That's all like never happened, but happened to be the first
you know what?
serious one. It went a long time because neither
But you
of
know
us wanted to
what?
play the games.
It works now because when you get texted, you're expected to respond. So you respond.
I mean, I said this
Like,
up
if
to all my
Gabby
friends, but
messages
I don't
me-
respond on time ever. It's
Imagine
not
if
'cause I don't
Gabby,
see
like,
it.
I think
texted
it's
me
different now that you're in a
No,
relationship, though.
No, imagine at the start of the relationship, if she messaged me and I was like, oh, it's only like a week of this relationship, I'm going to make her wait. Yeah, it's like, no, she'd be like, fuck off.
It sets up a weird dynamic. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think it also shows that you've got things to do.
yeah, but this is bullshit. You don't actually have things to do.
Yeah,
Well,
I
a lot of
think
the
it's-
time you do. It's just you don't want to drop everything for them.
Oh, of course. But if you have the time and you're not doing anything, why pretend you're busy?
Dude, a text
do
message
it.
takes like 2 seconds. You can just text them back. Just say, hey, look, that sounds fantastic. I'm at work right now. I'll message you back like tomorrow morning. They know that you're busy. That's called being polite.
Be polite.
Just message them. Just be like,
You know what the good
You
game
want the
is? You know what the
control.
good game is? No, it's not that. It's leaving on scene.
no,
That's
it's not.
that's a drop the mic power
We're
play.
working it all out.
No,
It's all
that's a big power play because you just said you're not that important.
Oh, that is such a dog move.
But does that matter anymore? Because, like you said, we all see the message as soon as it comes.
Yeah.
Everyone.
But
we
everyone
know
pretends they don't.
has their
So
fun.
it's okay.
So you're just buying into the bullshit of.
But this is also
Oh, they
some-
haven't seen it on
if you
Facebook.
can't
they
beat them,
haven't
join
seen
them.
it.
If you can't beat them, join them.
That's bullshit.
No,
If
and you know what
can't
the
beat
best-
them, who gives a fuck? Go play a different game. Done.
Yeah,
what
I
el-
literally would just.
What else we got? What else we got?
I've got a don't bring up your ex.
That's fair.
That's
Don't complain about your ex-boyfriend to me.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh.
do that. I don't want to listen. I don't want to hear it.
yeah.
Unless it's like linked to some deep-seated psychological thing that we could work on later down the track, Don't bring it up early.
That's the thing though,
Or
because then
that's
oftentimes it like presents all these issues,
You know what?
psychological issues that they have, and like, shit, we just met.
Okay, so bring it up so we know.
What about if
so I
you're
can
complimenting them? Like you say like, oh yeah, my ex-boyfriend never used to like use cutlery at the restaurant. He always used his fingers. It's
Oh,
so nice to like
thanks.
be like a cultured man.
leave? Oh wow, your standards were so low.
Yeah.
I don't want to be with you anymore.
Thanks. Okay.
Yeah, no, I think you
That's
keep,
weird, yeah.
keep the ex out of it. Unless I
Definitely.
bring it up, your ex for whatever reason. Like,
Definitely.
even that's
The
weird.
questions might come up. Have you dated in the past? Yeah, but like I think
Just
in
say-
that
yeah.
instance it makes sense. But like dwelling on it and saying, "Oh, he was such a bitch. He keyed my car and and dented my tire or dented my bonnet or whatever." Like
Slash my
yeah,
tire.
What'd you do?
Yeah, yeah, literally. What you
Why
do to
did he
deserve
key
that?
your-
Shit in the bed.
What else have we got?
Do more than
Have you
dinner
got the
and
majority
drinks.
of the list?
Oh, I've got a
You
fair few.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do
I
more
got
than
a
dinner and drinks.
Yeah, do more than dinner and drink. So it said here, like, most women aren't dying to sit down for 2 hours and share a boring meal with a stranger playing awkward
That's
game
realistic.
of 20 questions and adventures. Pardon me, not adventures. It said plan something more fun like adventures. Go bowling, hiking, kayaking. That was just like some of the examples they gave.
makes
It
sense.
says especially like your first few dates, that's when the impression matters the most. And if you're boring, they'll leave.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You got to do more than dinner. Maybe the first. I think the first one we did dinner, but then you do something. You go somewhere.
You
I
do dinner
went,
as a
Gabby and
first
I
date.
did
I went dinner because
drinks.
I knew her already. I wanted to get to know her properly. And we were able to talk the
Okay.
whole time, and like the chemistry was.
Oh, I guess you worked together beforehand, so you'd obviously had a conversation beforehand. You'd known each
Yeah.
other at least a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, we did drinks,
Yeah,
cocktails.
and then you can start doing the bowling and the
yeah.
going to the beach or something.
Because I guess as a first date from not knowing the person from an online date or the DMs, I guess it's weird. Not weird, but it could be weird doing dinner because it requires a really good conversation to last the entire meal. Whereas if you're doing an activity, there's a conversation in that.
What if it's your responsibility to bring up the good conversation?
No,
Like, what if you
it
come
definitely
prepared with, like-
is. It definitely is.
And I like the idea of dinner to vet if they can have a good conversation.
So
Because
yeah,
I'm confident in my ability to have a conversation because I feel like I can talk to pretty much anyone. So if I can't talk to you for a 2-hour dinner date, considering I don't know anything about you, there's something off there.
So
that
it's
we
a
probably
barrier
should-
to entry.
I think so. For me, it is. I think that's why I like it as a first date, then go on to something
I completely
else.
agree.
fair.
If you can't sit down to talk about anything and everything because you've never met them before, nor have you ever talked to them in depth, then it's just not going to work, man. Like, how are you supposed to sit at home and like have a 10-minute conversation if you can't even sit there?
Yeah, I like it as a first date. Just dinner and drink, simple. Just sure. I guess the first impression thing is fun. You want fun, but
also-
start off with dinner. Go do something after. Like
Yeah. I think I mentioned it the other episode. Movies.
Yeah.
Shittest first date idea.
it's like it's too easy. Like I
Just
talk
shout
about
out
the
for
movie.
like all those people who are thinking that. Just don't fucking do it.
But
There are
why?
movies-
But is it is the conversation aspect? That's why.
That's because you've got... Oh, wow, that movie is really awesome, but the guy behind us kept chewing with his mouth open.
Doesn't
It's like,
give you a chance to
You've
meet
never, you've never met the person. You've just spent 2 hours doing fuck all together,
Yeah.
watching a film that you could have sat at home and watched, or you could have gone seeing yourself. Like, just go do
Oh,
something
actually,
together.
I
That's the whole
feel
point of
more-
dating.
Yeah.
I got a question. I was talking to someone about Suits, and is that then a situation where okay, let's watch Suits together? Is that different? If
Oh, you're
I guess
texting them
because
and
it's
then-
a TV series, there's multiple episodes. Bonding over like a TV series better because there's so much conversation and you already know it's a mutual interest because of prior episodes. Is that different?
No, I feel like you don't use that.
Different, but
I mean,
still
that's
not-
huge
still
Netflix and
not.
chill vibes.
Good, yeah, that's
Yeah.
very much come over
Do
to
you
my
want-
house and let's watch a TV show.
I like the little eyebrow raise. I feel like that's definitely like the side factor, and then you bring in the primary thing.
It
Like,
shouldn't be the first.
It wouldn't be
yeah,
first date.
no, you don't just
yeah,
be,
the
you
life
don't
is
just
short.
like say, oh, you know, we both love Suits. Let's meet up for the first time and watch Suits.
Come by my house and we'll watch
You know, it's like-
Suits.
No, it's like, okay, we both love Suits. How about let's go kayaking, and then if you still like Suits next week, you can come
Yeah.
over and watch Suits.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah,
Just
it could be a
activity
date
first.
night. Yeah,
even
but-
still.
Or you
Not
could,
number one.
or it's even a really good tool. Like you message them and be like, "Oh my god, did you see the latest Suits episode?" And they're like, "No." You're like, "I haven't either. I was hopefully like seeing if you haven't seen it. Do you
Yeah.
want to come over and watch it?" Boom.
They've stopped releasing, but I know what you mean. Like that's I think a great
Star
thing to
Wars,
do.
whatever that does.
Yeah, whatever the new one
Bad
is. Loki.
Batch.
Bad Batch.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, real quick, we talked about the other episode. The algorithm.
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe. The algorithm's fucked. I was watching Bad Batch on Disney Plus this morning. Get on my phone this afternoon. There it is. Ad on Instagram. Thought I'd just
Love it.
mention
You
that.
can
It's
opt
just
out of them
shocking.
now. You can opt out of them now. What else we got?
What else we got? We've got
This has been one of the most obvious worst lists.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look your
Compliment
best.
her.
What does this teach you?
Complimenter.
Complimenter. There you go.
That's mine. Complimenter.
Okay, next. Yeah, like that makes
you
sense.
look good. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Look your best. Oh.
You just don't want to look. You just don't want to be creepy.
This
Yeah,
is it.
I
Look
think
your best is
I
number.
think you become creepy when you're commenting on something that God gave them or
Hey,
their
yo,
parents
nice tits.
gave them. That could be, or the surgeon gave
Oh, the
them.
length of your arms is perfect.
Yeah, no, but like
Your
I think
dimensions, wow.
I think that's when it becomes creepy. It's like, thanks, I was born with it, or the surgeon gave it to me.
Well,
Yeah, but you don't think someone who's like attractive likes being told, "Oh, you look good."
Yeah, they've heard it.
Yeah,
They're
they've
sick of it.
You reckon they've heard it? Well,
Yeah.
or
No,
that's their
good-
barrier for entry. You've got to also think what everyone else has told me. Boom.
No, I think
Let me know I look good.
I think what you could say is, I really like the way you've matched your dress with
Yeah,
your heels
that's
or
a
something,
better-
because then they've put effort into that, and they're hoping for it to come together. And I guess
if you acknowledge
by
that,
recognizing, yeah.
See,
I think
don't
that's the way
just
to
be
do
like,
it.
oh, you look good. Like, notice the small things.
Can
Well,
you
I
get two-
really like how
I really like how
all
your
the
earrings
gold
and
that you're
dress-
wearing matches.
Yeah.
Like, it's all the same color gold. Or
Yeah,
like,
what eyeliner do you use?
what did you have?
What-
Yeah, mine was look your best. That's
That's
again,
true.
yeah,
yeah.
put in effort.
Yeah, of course. Put
Put
in
in
effort.
effort.
That seems like a.
And
Oh.
you put in a little bit of effort for today's show. I actually introduced myself to you as you walked
Yeah,
in
this is
because I didn't
how I'm
recognize.
Dino.
You've got a fade and a shave, not a fade.
Is that a fade? I don't know.
That's not
I usually get a 3 on the sides. I
That's-
accidentally ask for a 2. I don't
That's
know
not
how
a
you can
fade.
accidentally ask.
But
It's
it is
just a
shorter
2.
at the bottom than it is at the top. That's why I'm wondering.
No, it's not.
I said 2
It
on the
is.
side.
You can
and
see up
back.
here. It's longer.
Yeah,
I
the
don't know.
top's just a trim.
Maybe it's just short back and sides.
Yeah, I get the same thing every single time. Except
You
they
should
got a
switch
2
it up.
instead of a 3. I did. I got a 2 instead of a 3.
So speaking about switching it up, I'm actually going to grow out the beard, shave it, and then have handlebars.
That's terrible.
Wait. You're just gonna so it's gonna nothing there.
No. It's
Oh,
going to
you'll
be
keep that.
it's going to be mustache.
Yeah.
That comes around the mouth and leads into blown out handlebars,
Oh, so nothing
okay.
down
like
the
Chopper
middle.
Reed. Not the goat. I'm going to get rid of the on the chin.
Yeah.
It's going to be clean on the
See,
chin.
Ew.
my ideal is
Yeah, Chopper
handlebars
Reed.
into
yeah.
goatee, into goatee.
How far through this list are
I'm
we?
done. On mine.
I got
You're
another
done?
one. This is actually a good one. Go somewhere you're comfortable. This is like prepping, planning.
That's
a good.
confidence.
That's setting yourself up to succeed too.
Well, you're going
I
to
think
feel your
so.
best, look your best. You can be like, yeah, I'm the
Look
man.
good, feel good, play
But
good,
this
play
is where
good. They
you-
pay good. That's not what applies to dating, but feel
It
good.
works.
You dictate where you go. It says you. This is back to what I talked before. You might think that you're being a gentleman by letting the date choose where to go, but women like to see you take control. Helps cut through the nerves by you arranging a familiar term. I think I agree with that completely.
I 100%. But I have. Well, I not anymore. But when I was working at a bar, I used to know a lot of the other workers at other bars nearby, and so going to their bars on a date was really good because you felt comfortable there. Because sometimes you would go there to chill when you're on break, so you'd be chatting to them. You know the staff, so you're just very comfortable in that environment because you might be there once a week, twice a week. And it's also a little bit of clout, like you know the employees
yeah, the
at the
bartender
place.
walks up, hey, look. It's
Yeah, it's like, hey man, how you going? How you night been? And they're making conversation as well.
And then your date's like, how do you know him? It's like, oh yeah, he and I go way back.
No, like, you don't need a lie.
How do you know him?
But like,
He's
I
gorgeous,
think
like, what?
that makes you feel comfortable as well. I think that's a good one. Go somewhere that's familiar to you. Is that what you take from it?
Yeah, for sure. Like somewhere you're comfortable. It's obviously start out there and then
Don't
you
go
can
somewhere
start
seedy.
adventuring different.
Like, don't be like, oh, I feel really comfortable down at the football oval. I'm there every Saturday morning with the boys. It's like,
Like,
no. Go to somewhere
This
nice.
is my favourite strip club. Yeah, come with me. Yeah. They know me by name here. Yeah,
That's a good point. Yeah, don't go to a strip
One
club,
table for
even though they
Henry
serve drinks and wings or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, if the food's good, the food's good. That's all that matters. That's all I've. And then be honest. Like, okay, be honest. Of course.
Okay, so don't lie.
Yeah, don't lie.
That's easy.
A white lie is good.
Well, it says.
Oh, you look good tonight,
Ooh.
Oh, that's terrible.
I didn't put any effort in. You know I don't look good.
and you know it's been face shit. And you're like, I was lied to.
What does it say? Women
I
can
don't know.
handle rejection.
Can they?
Well,
I don't know. Sometimes you get your car keyed.
More people complain about the flakiness and the ghosting. Well, ghosting's pretty fucked. If you're ghosting, it's cool.
What's
That's this man right
That's
here.
ghosting where you just
Why?
stop talking, you go off
Just
the
leave
place,
them on
place
scene.
their planet.
I don't think that's ghosting.
No, if you don't ever talk to them again, it's
That's
ghosting.
ghosting.
No.
Yeah.
I thought only
You literally stop talking to them and you cut them off, you block them.
after sex, or just like
I think
you
it's
stop
in
the
gen-
conversation.
In
just
general,
in
you just stop.
But that's
If you've never met up, I don't see it as a problem.
yeah. It's just I just stopped talking to this person.
Yeah, you're not interested.
I just didn't
in
open their message again.
Savage.
Well, if there's
No, but like
True. No, but
You
you
get
can't
to
waste
decide.
your time though.
But
Yeah.
it's okay. This isn't going great. Well, it's just not going the way. It's not going good. So I'm just going to cut loose ends.
that's why messaging is different. Like if they say something and you're just not interested, you just
Yeah,
stop talking. It's fine.
It's okay.
In
I'm
person,
putting in
it's a
more
little
effort here.
awkward.
Imagine in
Yeah.
person, like they say something, you just bored, you just walk away, you never talk to them again. Like
They're like
that's-
Barack Obama's Medicare
I've always-
proposal was bullshit. You're like, oh well, this ain't gonna
Yeah,
work.
gotta go. You were my lift. Nah.
You always hear the stories of like, especially in movies, of people just like walking out on a date, mid-date. What goes wrong in that date? Like, how can it possibly be that bad?
Barack Obama's Medicare.
You gotta say something real creepy.
Yeah, no, you do.
You gotta say something real
Yeah.
creepy that's gonna make.
Or some
Or-
people just have like a no-go zone. Like someone who,
Don't bring up my dead dad.
for example,
That feels fair.
no,
but how would they know?
No, you
Like,
wouldn't.
Go on.
Yeah.
No, but what I mean is like I was talking to a mate of mine because he was picking my brains about the dating world. He's a little bit older than us, but he's just a little bit lost. He doesn't know where to take his next steps, and he goes, "Oh, well, what are things that could be like a no-go zone?" And I turned around and I was like, immediately, money, politics,
Religion.
and religion. Like they're the no-go zones on the first date. I feel like sometimes
Even,
that's just not what to do.
I don't know what.
No.
Yeah, dude, if someone was
Yeah,
like...
it's
during
too
the
high
first-
risk. It's
yeah.
too high risk.
First date,
where
I'm
you're-
so glad the Palestinians and Israelis are fighting each other over the Holy
But
Land.
I need to know early how
She
much they
smashes
care
the
about. I need to know early how much. I would delve right into the no-go zones.
Yeah, but dude, that's...
early to figure out to vet whether it's important.
Yeah, but man,
Maybe.
you're also
I
a
think you
very
can also-
analytical dude. You're a super analytical
Yeah, I don't want
dude.
someone's
Like,
going to get too offended by talking about something.
You'll also be able to.
Oh, wait, if I wasn't in a relationship, I'd be single forever by the sounds of it. But
That's I've said that to you before. I
No,
said
I don't think
I said
so. I
Jess
think-
deserves better, and you can't afford to lose her. But
that's a running theme, people.
there's
can say.
always someone meant for you. They could be on the other side of the world, but...
Yeah, I don't believe
Well,
in no. I
hang
don't
on.
believe in no-go zones unless like family thing. Of course.
No,
that's
no-go
different.
zones are there, man.
Politics, religion, bring it up first.
no,
mate. wanna
I
know
think
it.
you were able to gauge it on the first date, even without bringing it up, just by
Hell
just
yeah.
by. I
Yeah,
feel like
morals,
people,
mannerisms,
yeah.
that sort of stuff.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to pinpoint it. But I think you'll be able to judge how they feel, at least generalistically, about certain things,
I got a good
and whether
example
they're
for you.
more emotional or passionate about it.
Your waiter comes up to you. You're really polite because that's your standard.
Oh, that's a good one. I know.
The person you're on a date with, they are just an asshole, and
It's bad.
and you're just like, oh shit, maybe it's they're just having a bad day. Different waiter comes up. They're extremely nice. You
Fucking
realize
the waiter.
you realize she's smashing the waiter. No, and it's like, oh, it's a race thing
Oh well, then yeah, it's a no-go.
or it's a gender thing.
If you're an asshole to any service
that's-
staff, that's no.
Anyone.
That's a really-
Anyone.
Yeah, like you
No,
should prove to be
what
an
I'm saying is
arsehole,
like that's a
especially.
way that you can pick their brains.
Don't be an
on-
asshole.
Yeah, don't be an asshole.
Yeah, definitely don't be an asshole. Unless you're an asshole, then be an asshole, and you might find another asshole. But
You ever heard that saying?
Assholes attract
Treat 'em
assholes.
mean, keep 'em
Keep it keen, yeah.
Works, doesn't work.
No, I think it does work, but I think
Depends
like
on mean.
mean isn't the way to go about it.
this is like your
It's-
thing, of like
don't-
leaving them
it's-
on scene.
Yeah,
and
no,
that's
it's
mean,
don't be
like-
desperate, keep them keen. Really, I think that's what the translation
Nice
is.
guys finish last. Thoughts?
When you're, as if nice guy is like you just literally give in to everything
Yeah.
and everything's
Submissive-
okay,
submissive
nothing gets
guys.
to you.
Beta male.
Yeah, beta male's right. Oh, beta.
Yeah, Ditto's got that part down pat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
alpha right here.
He doesn't even need a high five.
Do
Yeah, that's
whatever the
how
fuck I want.
alpha he is.
I'll be home soon, mate.
I think she's calling.
What? I can't miss another call.
Gotta go.
I'm going to put that over there. I don't care so much.
Do we have any other? Is that the end of the list?
That was the end of
That's
the list.
a very
I think there was
subpar list.
Yeah, it was definitely super general. That's like for 10-year-olds who have.
Jesus.
Poseidon's pissed.
dead.
He's not loving this list.
No, I think the list is absolute bullshit.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's it. And it's from what? Psychologists and dating experts. I mean, a relationship coach and therapist.
I think it's. I don't know. It's shit.
There's stuff in there. No, you know why we probably
I
think
don't
it's shit?
think it teaches you how to have a better date,
No.
though. There's not enough examples or real life application of it.
Sure.
I think the merit of it might be good, though.
But I think that list is for people who haven't been brought up as decent people. Like, we're very fortunate in the way we've all been brought up to have, like, decent behavior, decent manners, that sort of stuff. People who read that for the first time and go, wow, this is really valuable. Dude, their life must be shithouse.
Yeah,
'Cause
like
they've
they
never
must
been
have
taught
had good
that.
examples of like how being to like treat
Polite,
people
yeah.
decently.
I
Yeah.
think that's important. I think just the way you treat service staff is important
is
That
as
might
well.
be one of the best indicators of like a person's
think so.
real personality.
Especially when they mess up the order.
Yeah.
Like, I heard a boss will always goes to the same, I think it's a cafe, and will pays them extra to stuff up the job prospects order, just to see how they react when they're given the wrong order.
Yeah.
Pardon me, say again?
So the boss, the person doing the interview, always goes to the same cafe, lets the cafe know, hey, I want you to stuff up the prospects into order.
Yeah.
Just because I want to see how they react and how they treat people.
That is big brain.
And I think it
that's
could
brilliant.
be
That is
adapted
brilliant.
perfectly to the dating world.
Yeah, it's a great indicator to see if people are going to sweat over the little things or if they're going to...
Imagine if that's what they've been doing to us the whole time. You go on a date, the first date, they're sitting there and they go, you know what? Let's go up to the till. She gets up there, she's like, hey, can you do me a favor? Can you fuck up the order for table number 6? I want to see how this dude reacts.
Yeah.
That's actually a great tip for people. I reckon you should do that every first date. Get them to just talk to them. Get them to stuff up something.
Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you make sure this...
But
is
like,
like
I agree, but you also don't want it to be a bad experience.
Yeah.
And I think it borders a bad experience.
Well, how much are they stuffing up? They're giving her...
Maybe do it like
steak
second
with
date.
salmon? Yeah, it's a
Or
bit
third
weird.
date.
Well, it could be that shrimp scampi that she gets diarrhea from, and that's now what she's been given.
But, yeah, she doesn't have to eat the thing that's wrong.
Or what? No, do you know what? You know a really simple one?
Yeah,
I agree.
You know,
I get
really
what you're
simple.
saying.
She orders like steak and veg, right? Just say, hey, you go up to the table. Hey, instead of cooking it medium rare, like she asked, can you cook it rare, please?
And then you can always throw it back on.
Yeah, and then be
That's a
like,
good one.
can you cook
That's a
it
good
rare? I want to see how she reacts. I'm paying anyway. It doesn't fucking matter. It's my food. If she doesn't like it, I'll eat it.
Uber Eats are often making mistakes as well. I was reading a situation with Postmates DoorDash, where scammers are getting better.
Hey, it's your third cousin twice removed from Zimbabwe. You're a prince now because your mum's dead.
Can you PayPal me
Can you
20,000?
PayPal me 20,000 so I know
Pesos.
I'm sending it to the right account. I'll send you 4 million. It's like,
Yeah.
Great investment.
Because I read about this one scam that occurred with DoorDash, and it was a good scam. It definitely would have had me.
Oh.
But then you hear about the ones that you get on the phone. Hello, I don't even want to do it because it's so racist.
Is
but,
it?
But what the hell that was. There's so many bad scams. But there's this DoorDash scam where, as the person doing the drop off, you got the bike delivering it. You're the fulfillment worker. You receive the work order needing fulfillment.
Yeah.
The worker receives a call from someone pretending to be DoorDash support representative saying the order has been cancelled. The order that you're meant to be delivering has been cancelled. The worker is unable to remove the order from their app, the DoorDash app that tells where to go, because it hasn't been legitimately cancelled. So that's why they can't cancel it. The scammer offers to send the worker a link to clear their app. The link, they click on it, prompts the worker to provide the username and password. That gives all the payroll, or redirects all the payroll right to the scammer.
So they're focusing on, or they're trying to exploit the actual DoorDash staff.
Exactly, the gig worker.
That is fucked.
That's so fucked.
It's fucked, but how good is it though?
Yeah, no, that is a good scam.
Like, that's got me. Have it. You can have my money.
No.
No.
That's definitely got me.
Oh, respect. Bro, respect. Have my money. You got me.
At what
Fuck
point
that.
do you pay respect?
At what
That's
point
creative.
I know you say...
That is a creative
I look
scam.
at myself and I'm like, I'm an idiot. I want my money
I
back.
don't think you're an idiot for clicking that link.
I do.
Well, if it's
Anyone
out of
who's
the
like-
blue, it's support. Like, does that thing happen regularly with DoorDash where
I don't know.
there's support calling you up? Like, I would get angry at myself. I
Well,
wouldn't
like,
pay
hey.
respect to the scammer. I'd be like, it's so obvious. That's
I mean, you-
See, I honestly feel like I've got decent street smarts, and I wouldn't fall for that. Dude, if support's calling me for the first time, I'd be like, hey, yo, where you motherfuckers been for 8 months? Like, why have you never called me?
And can you call the actual customer? Like, do you have their number and stuff?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Don't Uber.
I've never
I
done
thought
it.
Uber
Uber,
Eats you could.
Uber has your number. They can text you, call you.
Uber. I think it's in. Oh no, they do have your own
Yeah,
number.
so
Because you
dude,
can call
It's
the
not an
person.
in-app call. Yeah.
You literally call them and be like, hey, man, like, I've got. If you cancel this, I got.
But remember, they're the one acting first. So they're the one saying your order's being cancelled. You need to click the link to remove the order to clear your app. You don't know there's an issue. Remember, like, you're getting
Shit,
told.
if it's cancelled, I just eat
And
it.
I think the fact. At least you got free food.
Thank
What
you.
are you at? What's the rules there if it gets cancelled? You take it back?
I think the guy who was able
You'd have
to.
to-
You talking.
If you're the
It
driver,
legitimately
They
gets
can't-
cancelled?
They can't do anything with the food that's
yeah,
been made.
do you just eat it?
Yeah, why not?
Might as
Shit,
well.
that's kind of
Perks of the
nice.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Up
it.
the gig.
So
And also-
messed up becoming an Uber driver.
You might as well. There was this one driver who had been slaving for like not slaving, but
They may
working
as well be, they don't get
working
paid.
for a week. If you do 10 deliveries on a night, it gets you a $75 bonus. He just earned his $375 wage or whatever for that week.
Wow.
Lost it, and that's his weekly wage gone.
No way to get that back. They can't like.
And the shitty thing about that is the people that are doing it are often relying so heavily on the money coming through. It's not like they've got $2,000 in their savings. Just go.
No, they live
There-
day to
there's-
day.
there is
It's
there
a
is
job.
no cushion beneath them.
They live day to day. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very not
That is
good.
that
It's
is
scary.
bad. Hey,
What?
though,
I
that is a good. Like, it's a very creative scam.
It's-
Like, let's be
yeah.
honest. Like, it is very creative to do that, and especially to have like the macros that once you hand over your username, password, payroll is switched. Like, that is an awesome macro to happen that quickly. But fuck, man,
Intelligent
also-
though. It's,
Yeah,
it's
it
a lot
is,
better than the
yeah.
ones that gets our grandmothers.
It
Yeah.
makes you think, why are these people scamming? They're smart enough to do something
You know why?
legitimate and make
Redirect,
money.
redirect that energy, channel that
Yeah,
energy.
because you're going to get caught. It's going to catch up with you. You're
Yeah.
going to not have this money that you've got from your scams. Like,
I think it's probably
everyone
because it's
gets-
better money, like
it's
like
better
drugs.
money initially, yeah.
But yeah,
Do you know
it's-
what? That
But you can so easily lose control of your life though.
exactly.
It's self-confidence. They're probably like, I'm just going to do it for long enough till I got enough money to just do my own thing. Then I'll stop. And then they never stop.
They make it the money's
Yeah.
too good. One
They
more
like
time.
the chase and all that.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a film Catch Me If You Can with
Great,
Leonardo?
great movie.
That's brilliant because that's literally what you're talking about, which is like your life spirals. You get caught when you could have just like repurposed that talent, because it is a talent to do that. Not many people can just like write a code to
Smart.
or a macro to like transfer your payroll. Like, it's very fucking hard. And you could just redirect all that energy into getting like free money from some business.
They're out of control. I was listening to a Kanye song, and with Kanye, everyone talks about how he's gone bonkers, I think he's diagnosed as bipolar, which sort of, in a way, justifies some of his weird and questionable
Ramblings.
actions,
Yeah.
especially his tweets, because they're hard to understand. But I was listening to one of his songs from his old album in 2016 it was, Life of Pablo, and one of the lines was, "I'm not out of control, I'm just not in your control." And I
cool
thought
line.
that was really, I listened to it, and I'm like, holy shit, like, this man's smart.
This man's
And
spitting.
it's so obvious that he's smart. But,
It buys
It
into
was-
that idea. Like, oh, go on. Finish what you were
no,
saying.
you say,
But it's like, it's the idea of like, that I'm doing things that people don't like. They can't control me, so let's just call him crazy to delegitimize everything he's saying.
They do that heaps. Yeah.
It's like,
All the time.
it's so believable. That's why it's such a brilliant line. Like, do you reckon that's what they've done with Kanye? You think he's actually not bipolar?
no, I think he is. I think he's, like, no, I believe the medical sort of research
That's
that has been
it's
presented
actually-
saying, I think that's real. But I
Got
think,
the Kardashian just pumping it out as well.
yeah, well, I don't know. Apparently, in the latest episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Kim was crying, talking about their divorce because they're now getting a divorce. I don't watch the show, and I actually don't watch the
Tune
show.
in every week, but don't worry about it.
And that show's ending. 14 14 years, 20 seasons of the show.
Shit.
It's ending. I'm not sure
most
why.
successful reality show in history.
Probably.
Like that
Probably
is-
changed reality shows forever.
Yeah, that's incredible.
But no, it's just, especially when driving, my brother's learning to drive, and being behind the wheel, watching him drive, it's scary because you're not the one in control, and that's a scary thought, not being in control.
No, you know,
and then you don't know how much control he has, because you know he's a learner driver. You know he doesn't have much experience, and you know it's a red light up ahead, and you know he's going 60, and it's about 80 meters, and you're running these calculations, and he hasn't started braking, and then it's another half second before he does.
Yeah.
He knows it's a red light, but you're just not in
the
control.
judgment on it, yeah. So my mates and I
Are
from
you
work.
okay? Like, sounds like this happened recently to really stress you out.
No,
but
but he's
it's
right
just-
though. He's
I understand.
that,
Not being in control creates anxiety for a lot of people.
Yeah.
So I was driving with one of my mates, and he's got this souped-up BMW, old school, no power steering. The panels on the side of the interior door, they don't work. They're not stuck on. They're falling off. The car's super fucking fast and powerful though.
Track toy.
Dude, he's like, direct me to the flattest and longest street. I gotta show you something. 130
Jesus.
on the flat. We get ABS. Dude, that was fucking scary. 'Cause
ABS?
He's dude.
That's not in control.
No, he's
That's
no.
not in
Was it went
control.
to?
No,
It's
get this
definitely
right.
not.
He's a brilliant driver. He goes and does like
He's on the track every weekend.
he's good.
But I think it's still
that's
it's
just-
scary because
yeah,
you got
Dude, if he fucks
yeah.
something up, dead.
Yeah, you got pretty fast with the old car that probably doesn't have the. He's probably turned traction control off. If it has it in the first place, probably doesn't if it's an old BMW.
Yeah. Doesn't
Like-
have it. Yeah. It was some scary shit, but it's also very exhilarating because, like Luke said,
yeah.
you're not in control. I think that's why people. That's why I love skydiving. You're not in control, dude. If that parachute's gone, dead.
you're just dropping all.
Yeah, it's really healthy, I think, to once in a while lose control because it brings you back to earth as to like, wow, man, you don't have to be.
I think
so
a lot of
uptight.
anxiety comes from not the illusion of not being in control. If
Yeah.
it's studying for an exam and you don't feel you're in control because you don't know the subject matter.
Yeah.
Or
Or like closed book exams, but then people get an open book exam and they're like, "Fuck, man, this is easy marks."
yeah. But I think that just applies to a lot of things.
Yeah.
And just totally dropping all aspects of control is a spooky idea.
You think it should be done more? I personally do.
Well, it's weird. Like, we go back to the dating thing. All these things saying that the girl likes the guy to be in complete control. Why is that such a different feeling than, like, the absence of control? Why is it for us that, like, we're so anxious about being out of control? But seems like, according to all these experts, are like...
Experts?
It's, like, calming to not be in control of what you're doing. Are we thinking it's different?
I think
because
it's also
it's
being...
not like a life or death situation. That's just a...
Well, it could be, dude. You could get fucking drugged and, like,
Yeah.
dragged in. There's plenty of stories like that. I think what it is that this sort of, like, man-woman relationship has been around since the dawn of time. And that's why people are used to it.
I think it's familiarity just
Mm-hmm.
from culture more so than... Well,
Cultural
Yeah.
appropriation.
it's not the right concept. But it could be culture that's led into biological because we've adapted to live this. Yeah, I don't know.
Thanks
Go down a rabbit hole.
Thanks for tuning
Let's
into
not.
the episode today, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and actually,
Fucking hit the mic.
yeah, hit the mic.
Hit the mic.
But hit the subscribe button because it will put you in the entry to win a pair of AirPods. So do that. Be smart. Get
It's
AirPods.
Free money. Free
It
product.
literally is.